Hey guys, and welcome back to the final level of MDK 2, also known as Mission Deliver Kindness.
From now on, we've got to use our heads. A few snazzy gizmos and we're home free.
Doc, I'd rather get in and out before we're even noticed.
I'm tired of being subtle. Let's put this sissy down. Heal Max. We don't want to go in barking mad. It wouldn't be safe. Safer than most of your inventions.
Can't argue that.
Huh! Short-sighted buffoons! Oh, that's it! Bring it on, Fuzzy! I have had it with both of you!
Is this the end of our xenophobic trio? Will Zizzy the alien emperor go undefeated? Who do you think is right for the job? Make the choice.
An interesting little fact about MDK is that nobody actually knows what it stands for. Most likely it's Max, Doc, and Kurt. It could be Murder, Death, Kill, but really there's no definite proof that it is anything. A little spoiler Easter egg is that in the manual for the game, it's actually referred to as Mission Deliver Kindness, and I think that's pretty awesome, really. Okay, anyway, so I thought about recording these levels separately, but I decided to just mash them all together and do it in one segment, and I'm going to post-narrate everything here just to tell you what's going on. Let's complete the game! Alright, so starting off we have Doc, and he goes to the left side of the path, and he has a few things to start off with. The atomic toaster, of course, a loaf of bread, some fizzies for health, and the ladder. And each of these characters have a different entry to the castle, which is sort of, I think that's sort of neat, really, because you get challenges that are appropriate for that character. Just to sort of finish it all off, we started off with playing Kurt, then Doc, then Max, then Doc, and then kept doing that for 9 levels. So you could just do one of them and then be done with the game. But obviously, we want to do every ending just for the fun of it, you know. Since Doc is a little bit fragile, he's not really meeting that many difficult enemies. There's a bit of a, that's called a bird brain actually, because I don't know why, I guess it's stupid. It sure is stupid. And the little one there is called a puker. I looked up the names just for this, because I'm post-commentating anyways. I might as well just try and do decent commentary, even though I feel that when I'm trying to think about what I'm trying to say, I actually do a worse job at commentating. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. I do prefer live commentary because you get the gist of it. But for this, the boss in the end is really difficult and has a lot of segments, and that would just be too trivial to have to watch through that in the manner that it was created. The Doc keeps going through these passages. He was up on the wall. Now he's like inside and killing some pukers and some bird brains, while picking up a lot of baguettes and some duck fishes. And some pumpernickels. I don't know why, because I don't use them and I don't find them useful for this. You only got them for one other level, and you used them once. I had to use them once for the phone booth thing. So I don't know. Pumpernickels are sort of. So Doc gets into the central of the castle there, and he jumps up to this plate and runs along here, and is eventually joined by the others on this very path. Max starts off in the middle path, picks up a bunch of weapons on the way up, and he has a little bit of fighting to do. This is rather mundane fighting because you have a lot of guns and Max is really powerful. But it's basically some of the buttocks and then sets of biffs. They're called biff. They're called biffs, the big ones here. And they are a lot easier with Max than they are with Kurt. But could you imagine doing... Well, we actually fought one of them as Doc, didn't we, in the first Dr. Hawkins level. So Max goes through a couple of these, and it takes a while. It's just basically nuking them down, trying to not waste too much ammo, and as you can see, I've tried to not use the ray guns. They're really powerful, and I found out that they were immensely powerful for a later stage of the fight, or the boss fight that's coming up. So it's not really all that challenging to kill a lot of bibs. You just have to keep killing them, and then eventually, as you can see, they stop spawning. Pick up some HP, and then you can move on. There's a lot of HP. I don't know why, because you're just falling with HP in these areas here. Eventually, though, you get to the same area as Doc, although from a different way. And all you do is it's a little bit weird that you have to jump up on that and then move on. I guess you could go on that fountain in the middle there, I suppose. And then you run along this redstone carpet thing, and you're into the final area of the place, the same place that Doc went to, and the same place that Qieth is going to go into. Speaking of Qieth, he has the longest sort of pre-boss stage, so that's why I decided to speed it up. There's like a buttload of those robot phantom guys, and a lot of really powerful laser turrets. The laser turrets, if they're, if they see you, they shoot us fast enough that you can't dodge away from them. So you gotta sort of sneak up on them like that, and then just blast through them. And there's a ton of these. Then you get into this little area with a few biffs, and it's quite difficult actually. There's quite a lot of them. And as you can see, just 2 of them is really, really difficult to deal with. So there's a bit of health, and there's a few items that you don't really need in this area, but you can just pick them up anyway. Snipe the enemies, grab some homing shells, and then move on. The reason why I sped this up is that, look at that, there's like a long hallway here, and you don't want to see that, and I decided, I'm not going to cut it out, I'm just going to speed it up for the fun of it. Even more health, I mean, I don't know, maybe on higher difficulties, it's more difficult to, there's more monsters, perhaps, I don't know. Eventually you get into this last corridor, and there's a few phantoms, that's what they're called, when they're invisible. You kill them off, and then you finally join Max and Doc.
Max, Dr. Qieth! I can't believe it took you this long to get here! Mildly amusing and often boring.
Are you implying that our hardship has been for your entertainment?
Oh, I had to let you win a few, just to keep it interesting.
Yeah, sure. You let us win.
Of course, you see, after one figures out space and time, there isn't much left to fill the void but entertainment. Otherwise, I'd sit here bored, in my bored worm.
You invaded Earth for your own amusement? You pompous sea monkey!
Mild amusement. Don't start getting an ego. But the game is over. Thanks for playing.
What about us?
It's over.
That's what you think!
Ooh! Once more into the breach, dear friends!
Come on, let's wipe the smile off his face!
Obviously, when you pick one character to play through, you don't get to see all the different emotes. I just figured I'd edit them in there. So you're fighting the big guy, and you're just running around picking up items and trying to beat down his HP. Eventually, when you beat him all the way down, he's gonna suck you in. Meanwhile, your friends are out there trying to distract him a little bit. Doesn't do much, but sometimes he attacks them rather than you. He has some nasty abilities. One of them is this one, where he sort of makes everything move around. So if you're playing the game, turn around when he does the hand thing there. Max gets sucked in as well, and the same goes for Qieth. He just basically tries to nuke him down as best as he can, trying to get HP and stuff like that. Because Qieth is actually kind of fragile in this level here. Once you beat him down, you get sucked in, and then you have to beat him up from the inside. Doc starts out with trying to destroy his lungs, tossing some loaves into that, and then crashing his lungs or destroying his lungs, blowing up his lungs. It doesn't matter how you do it. I'd actually used my last baguette on that. After that, the eyes drop down, and you picked up a leaf blower on the outside, and you have to sort of get the eyes into these little holes where the bubbles are coming up from, to sort of, I guess, stop the bubbles. The eyes are really difficult to get in. It was sheer luck that I got the first one, and it took me like maybe, I don't know, several minutes to get that eye in, and that's a little bit annoying. Once you got that covered, you need to jump up and you need to grab this little bit of plutonium, and you can turn into Mr. Hyde again. As you can see, as you may have seen, there are you bash up the heart from the beginning there, but you can't reach the top there as of yet. But there are new bubbles coming up. You can jump up onto those, and then jump off, and then bash the last bits of the heart. Throughout the fight, you sometimes get tossed out, and you know, just generally trashed. And then you have to beat him down a bit again, and then you can get inside and then finish the rest of it. Dart, in the end, has to just fire toast into the brain of Sissy Balboa, and then Dart finishes the game. Kurt starts up with just nuking the heart real good, and then just you know, mashing the pieces there. There's a lot of really annoying little things inside the Sissy Balboa's body. And they keep knocking you down. It's really annoying. You get a sniper mortar and blow up the lungs as well. And the other side, of course. my throat's a bit hoarse today, really. Then you use these vents that aren't plugged by the eyes now. Fly up, and then you have to destroy the eyes at skirt while being attacked by those annoying little buggers there. The eyes pop out, and you nuke them down. Otherwise, if you don't, they'll just start shooting at you, and that's really annoying because you don't have much HP here. Of course, you have to deal with this while being tossed outside once in a while and then back in. And in the end, you have our favorite little game. You have to hit 4 of these little globes going around the brain, and then you finally kill him. Max, when he's inside, he's just wreaking massive chaos. Everything is just shot and destroyed. This is why I saved the ray guns, because they do a lot of damage, especially to stationary targets. If you get tossed out and you don't kill an organ, they regenerate, so you need to do a lot of damage real quick. I think every time you see the scene sort of cut, because I've been thrown out and then gotten back in like there. Once you deal with the lungs and the heart and the kidney, I suppose, you go up top. You have the atomic jetpack. Nuke down the brain. Nice and easy. It's not too difficult. Starts the little things there. Nuke the brain, and in the end, kill the eyes. That's the thing we're going to do now. Max is actually pretty difficult because you are sort of limited on guns and stuff like that, so you need to be quick about it. In the end, we get spat out, and we have defeated the Sissy Balboa. I keep thinking Balboa. And our heroes can finally rejoice. Here's a little flashback from the beginning of the game, which I thought was kind of fun.
Yes, it's all over.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad it's over.
Sure does hint at a third, but then again, it's 10 years since this game was made, so probably not anytime soon.
It was Max that put an end to Sissy Balboa, and though honored to serve humanity, he found the usual pat on the head to be an exceptionally unfulfilling reward. Max the hero could not return to servitude. He needed a fresh start, and where better than the conquered Swizzle Firma to carve his future? So began the reign of Max. His firm leadership built a strong and disciplined empire, one that the Earth welcomed as ally and partner. As Max said, It was in everyone's best interests, humanity's best friend to the end. Good dog, Max. Good dog indeed. With the fall of Zizi-Buluba, so fell the alien empire, and all the evil plans they had wrought. Qieth Hectic would return to Earth on the shoulders of his fellows, raised high as the hero that he was. The attention was all that Qieth had dreamed, and worse. Everyone wanted a piece of the man who had saved the day. There were endless offers, and always the same question: what is next for you and your heroic crew? In the end, Qieth returned to his work, avoiding the spotlight, and leaving history to record him favorably. Qieth Hectic, a simple man glad to have helped, but thankful that everything is back to normal, or as normal as it can be. Wherever you are, Qieth Hectic, we salute you. Dr. Hawkins always knew that no alien brawn could match his brains, but it was his victory over Zizi-Buluba that finally proved it to the rest of the world. He would return home vindicated, finally celebrated as one of the greatest minds of this or any other time. The Earth's brightest sun would be shunned no more. And now, with the respect and admiration of all his peers, Dr. Hawkins can finally return to his first love. Atomic robot zombie men! Good luck, Doctor. We wish you well.
And there you have it, folks. That's the end of MDK 2, of Max, Doc, and Qieth, of Murder, Death, Kill, of Mission, Deliver Kindness, or Malnourished, Drowning Kleptomaniac, or Missing Down Syndrome Kitty. I don't know what you want to call it, but that's the end of it. Thanks for watching this Let's Play. It hasn't been as long. It's only 10 levels after all. And thanks for sticking through it. I have finally redeemed myself. The childhood challenge is finally over. I'm really sorry that I had to post-narrate this, especially because I've listened to this the audio I've recorded, and I realize how many times I go whenever I try to think about what to say, and I try to re-record it, but then I just keep saying a couple of times every time. So I'm sorry about that. I really hope that I don't do that as often when I'm just playing along and not minding my business, really. It's really difficult to commentate when you have to think about commentating. Damn it! So I think it goes a lot better when I just play the game and speak my mind, and I don't go all the time. So I'm sorry about that. 10 points to whoever can count how many arms I did in that video. I'm so sorry. I hope you forgive me. Anyways, thanks for watching the Let's Play. Tomorrow we start on Deus Ex 3 Human Revolution, and that's going to be awesome. So until next, see ya.